AFL women's fantasy, but I actually don't even want to talk about it. I'm already bored of it.
You're bored of AFL? You bought a fantasy already?
AFL women's. Welcome to the pod, guys. The Collingwood pod.
Welcome back to the pod. I think I'm a little bit bored of it as well now, but it's probably because I'm not doing so well.
Yeah. Well, I'll just share my team quickly, and then it's only a quick one today anyway. So, but
it should be a long one. Prelim pod, baby. Prelim pod.
Yeah, true. I mean, overall, I'm going all right. 146 ranking. I should be happier, but I think I'm a bit tired.
You should be locked in right now. Like, how am I going to break into the top 10?
Oh, God. Yeah, but if I'm top 10, the prize I only want is first. I don't want a $250 AFL voucher. What am I going to do with that? Buy a new Sharon? Like,
you're in the run for it though. Like you could get number one spot if you really wanted to.
If I really wanted to, I think a lot goes my way. A lot will have to go my way. I got this pound in this week or last week.
I think told you she was a spud pick.
No, I beg to differ. Give me a defender that's actually good, other than our girl, my girl Priest.
Priest did well. I can't believe we didn't get her.
I just couldn't afford her. You had that chance.
I had the opportunity. I didn't take it.
Averaging 76. But all the defenders are bloody pox.
Yeah. Like, I don't think I want to pay up for someone who's going to be an average of 76, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So all the other one I've got Smith who's been average, and then she pumps out an 86. So I couldn't believe it. And then Jazzy Garner. The whole week I was debating whether to go Bowers or Gardner, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going Jazz Garner.
She's unreachable now. I don't think I can get her. She's unreachable unless she has.
Really?
Yeah.
This is why you don't you finish with the game. I guess I should just change my tune and carry the podcast. Just try and just get a solid score. But
it's just going to be how we can get Crooks up, and not how any of us are going to do anything.
The only thing is, do you think Nanskawin is a trade out?
No, I had a look at at going into Smith. Last week it would have been good to trade into Smith. Not this week. But get this ready. I'm not opposed to fielding Nanskawin.
That's what I mean. So is it maybe getting rid of one of these Davey or Bonnet? What do we call it? Boccaccini. I can't believe this. I watched the first Pies game and I was like, "Where's Boccaccini?" And I'm like, "She's the one running around in a headband or a helmet." Sorry,
she's got a helmet. She's wearing a helmet.
Yeah, she's wearing a helmet.
Bloody Caleb Daniel out there.
Yeah, I was going, who's this one? And she's just going in. She's just an inside mid, and I'm going, have I got her in my team? And I'm like, that's Boccaccini. What the heck?
Who's this bird out here just absolutely ripping and tearing it? Oh, it's Boccaccini.
Yeah. Only a 91 though. These Pies, I mean, I don't know. I only got to watch some of the game. But I feel like I told you Davey's a trap, and maybe she is. But no, Davey got tagged by Single. I remember now. It's come to memory. So
this Single seems like a bit of a tagger. Hey,
she is a tagger, but there's nothing in the forward line. Well, I just don't know how I can do my trades live.
Do them live because I don't know what I'm doing.
It's just it really is impossible. What's that? Hetherington. It's not even going to work. She's a ruck. Maybe I'd sub her out. Get Hetherington. Get a forward.
Get rid of Hall. Get her out of there.
Get rid of that. Free Davey. Who would you get rid of? Davey or Boccaccini?
I'm getting rid of Davey. I think Davey hasn't scored as much, but I honestly don't know. I think they're the same player, honestly.
They are.
I haven't even watched the games. I'm just going off pure stats alone.
They are
And
the same player.
yeah, they just seem like they're doing the exact same shit. And Davey's got a little bit more cash on her, so I'm getting rid of Davey. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I just need a 300k forward. So
What's her face is a 300k forward. Huntington just came in for GWS. There it is. She's scored 11, but she's meant to be like fucking amazing.
wait, this will work. Will it or won't it? This is the shit thing about the app. It's so hard to fucking work out who goes where.
It doesn't work.
Hetherington's in the ruck, so that should work. We'd have to remove Hoare for Hetherington, and then you said
Huntington.
Yeah. Then I've got 317k to pay with to get rid of Davey or Bonaccini. Fucking doesn't appeal that much to me.
Get rid of Davey and how much, and then see who you can get with that. Can you get Marinoff?
Davey, let's try.
Get rid of Davey. Have you got enough for Marinoff? Because she's losing cash and she's still scoring big.
Oh shit, get rid of that. Oh, I can. Oh, can I 1 point?
Yeah, you can do it.
Wait, can I actually get Bowers? Can I
You
get
can't
Bowers?
You can't.
37k. Oh, I
You can
really
get-
want Bowers.
I know. You can get Marinoff though, and Marinoff is good. Just look at her scores, like her record. It's very good.
That's perfect. Then I've still got Bush, who's making cash.
Mm.
This actually works. I'm happy with that. But I've got to get rid of Davey. Oh, it makes sense. I bought her at 900. Oh, actually, I don't think I made much cash off her. Anyway, they can all get lost. That's my trades for the week.
All right, help me out with mine because I don't fucking know what I'm gonna do. Oh, I think my team's fucked. I honestly think it.
Can we just talk about Paxi just quick? Six kicks, 12 handballs, 2 goals. That's why I keep your MPC. She's back. I'll take an 80 average. I'll take it.
Come on down, Pax man.
She made cash. She didn't lose cash.
That is incredible. She's intimidating. That's if I rocked up to the ground and I was playing on Paxi Paxman, I would be like, holy fuck, who am I versing here? Here we go. Can you see my screen?
I'll come up. Do you have Marinoff? Oh,
yeah. Only reason I said for you to get Marinoff is because
she's shit.
my best performing. What?
Your defense is that it's the most.
It's staying like that. It's not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving.
Put Bush on there instead of Bolt, surely.
That's actually a good shout. That's a great shout.
I bet she actually Bush scored a 28, so it's like I'm not calling you dumb at all, or saying it was the wrong move. But as soon as someone just drops you're just gonna go with who's the highest scorer. Your team's cooked. Oh, you got 277k in the bank.
Yeah. So I got some trades to make this week.
Weren't you gonna get Evans, the GWS girl?
Yeah, I was. I ended up getting last week. I got Pounds, Schultz, and
yeah, you need Schultz.
And who else did I get in? And I got in Bolts, and I was happy with this because it gave me 277k in the bank to unleash onto Primo. So I'm gonna downgrade someone this week, and all my fucking players played. Like these 2 spuds weren't playing. Now they just decided to fucking play. So go on, play on. Fitzpatrick, when talking about this, she's done well for me here. Like 29, 41, and now
she's bounced back.
She's coming. Like it's all you can ask. Molly let us down. Schultz, you've done well. It's a great pick.
Did Fleur Davis score 13?
Yeah,
I got rid of it this week.
Yeah, I think it's time to go for Davis.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna let's do this in real time. It's Huntington.
Yeah, so I've got a ruck, Hetherington.
Hetherington, that's it.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know if you can look at her stats just quickly if you want. I'd just be looking for Tog.
Like, I'm going to take that. She's not the main ruck. Like, I've looked into her last week. She's not main ruck at all. But I've got Schultz there, and I'm happy for that to just be a piss take at the moment. I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel, as they would say. So now I've got 300. Now I've got 400,000. I can unleash.
This looks like Dippy's Supercoach team.
Fucking is Dippy's Supercoach team. Well, that just fucking happened then at Hetherington. Yep. And now mids, I've got 1.57 to go nuts with. See, I can't get this girl.
Why can't you just do a third trade?
Because.
Why don't you? Nah, I know what you should do. You should get rid of Scanlon because she's not going to make any cash.
Okay, who do I bring in for Scanlon?
I don't know. You may as well share that money. Do you know what I mean?
2 mil. So what? Get a 1 mil player. 1 milli player.
You're actually cooked. You're actually.
I am cooked. You know, it took one round for me to get cooked, and I got cooked.
Well, I always said to you, you know, your cash gen is screwed, and now it's like,
hey, look at this,
proving a point.
Look at this.
That's 7 marks.
You're in.
That's
392. You're in.
Everest gets the ball.
You're in, Everest. And what have I got now for it? Hey, baby! Come on down. Ghana.
Good. At least you got Ghana.
No, I'm literally.
What? How much?
1.639 I've got.
And what is she? Oh my god!
1.64.
You're gonna just have to try and find someone that's not Hetherington. Oh, not Hetherington. Everest, I meant.
I'd rather Everest than Hetherington.
No. I meant to work it all out. You need a defender.
Yeah, I like this. You know what I mean?
So can you just get a nothing ruck? You know,
That's
like a loop ruck. Well, did you even have a loop this week?
No, I don't have a loop anymore.
Just use if you're going a loop, you may as well go the same person as me. Her name's Murphy from Brisbane. I hope she doesn't come in. She's my loop.
Oh, the bottom here.
2% of teams. We're looking good.
Oh, now I've fucking got it. Yeah. I think this is my trades this week.
Perfect.
Bottom of the barrel stuff we've got going on over here. And that leaves me with nothing in the pipeline now. I literally have nothing to go for now.
Heads has been all right. I should have got her instead of Pound.
Yeah, this is a down game for her. I know.
Oh, she's just been solid every time. Pussy.
I've got an idea.
Instead of Garner, could you get a forward for Fitzpatrick or Smith, or get Smith? But you need Garner. Let's be honest.
I think you need Garner.
Exactly. She's the best player in the game right now, and that's a fact.
It is a fact. But there's a big but. I reckon you could make some fucking juicy plays here. But like, who do you reckon? If not it would be Rowbottom would be the only other one that I would want in for Boccaccini, right?
I thought you got Rowbottom.
No, I haven't got Rowbottom. I was going to get her this week.
Oh, that's why I made a big deal of you getting Rowbottom instead of Garner. Oh, now it all makes sense. It all makes sense. I think Ghana is easily. Sorry, what did you say? The Ghana v Rowbottom.
Watch this. Watch what I'm about to fucking do here.
Rowbottom's a fucking adult playing in a child's game. She's a cannonball.
I am going to.
I'm just looking at our loops as well in the meantime.
Watch this. If I go like this, sorry, trade you. I go Ghana, Rowbottom, 200. Fuck! I don't even have enough for that. I was like, this could fucking work here. And then that would be elite.
Oh, God. Wait. Oh, yeah.
Okay, nah, I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm just going to do what we said to do.
Imagine if, I'm sure someone has that. I'm sure number one has that midfield out there.
Yeah, definitely someone's got it. Yeah, where's this fucking Hawthorn girl that played well? Where is she? Where are you? Everest, bang, you're in. And Ruck. I think this is me. You can't put too much thought into this women's football stuff. My team's already in the bin, so I might as well just try have fun. You know, that's all that matters.
Hippo YouTube is ranked 126 now. Remember him bragging about it last week?
Yeah. Wait. It says that remaining salary.
You did it. Yeah, it's terrible app. I hope this isn't this will be what fantasy, because I want to get into fantasy next year. But this is going to be the same stupid like concept. Just quickly, I'm looking at the matches, and Marinoff's playing the Giants, so you'd probably go her, or Port versus, or
I was just about to do it.
Yeah. What do you think out of those games? There's Hawthorn, Melbourne. There's nothing really from those teams. So then the fantasy relevant teams, there's Giants versus Adelaide. I'll have to look at who scores well. And then there's Port versus Geelong, and that's Propascus, big old Georgie. I'd just rather vice captain Marinoff. She's safe as houses.
I'm gonna vice captain.
Because you've got Murphy. You've got Murphy as your loop, so she's playing when Ghana plays. So you'd probably just chuck the C on Ghana, I'd assume.
Yep. I'm going to go for Presky, whatever her name is.
Yeah. She's been a bit quiet at the moment. She had a massive first game, and then what's happened to her? She's, just decided to not show her full potential.
But they've had a tough couple of rounds. They versed, they lost to Sydney.
Yep.
They won to Sydney. And she just played like shit. Did she get tagged?
She got tagged in the last half. I remember watching that.
Okay. And then they played against Kangaroos. And now they're playing against Port. And she could.
And Kangaroos played all right. Then she was versing. Yeah, and Port haven't been that good. I mean, she's still averaged. She got 26 kicks, I'm pretty sure, last game. Yeah, she's a decent vice. What's Marinoff? Marinoff's just a gun. Holy crap. Big fan.
Fuck, are they playing at the same time? That's annoying.
Who?
I have to pick Ghana or Bowen.
Yeah. Mate, you got to captain Ghana, surely.
Yeah,
you're bringing her in for a reason. Otherwise, you're not like gonna. You could just go another route.
Let's go with that. I'm happy with that. Marinoff, you're 120. I probably won't take it if you were to get it. And what can you do? 147 you could get.
11 tackles. How good's looking at that?
It's just the tackles, isn't it? They just fucking.
Jazz Garner's got 12, 10 tackles, 7 tackles. All of them just tackle. It's just like it's a hugging game.
So they're just taking the piss.
Marinoff, 14 tackles, round 3, she got 15 tackles. Like, Jesus.
14, 15. These are insane numbers. This is how these people are scoring so high. 17 tackles. Remember? And I was like, no, sucks. All she does is tackle. That's what they need to do.
That's actually insane. Do you know how tired you'd be?
When I watched the game, it was like someone got the ball, she tackled them to the ground. They just played play on, and then she would literally just walk up to the next person, tackle them to the ground, play on, tackle to the next. That's what was happening.
Oh my
She hasn't
God!
picked up the footy yet. She just keeps tackling people.
Fucking, it's a different game. I tell you that. Should we get on to the good old Pie Land?
Yeah, let's get onto it.
Kick open the chat.
Share this tab instead. Perfect. That's all we want to see right now.
Now, I've been trying to talk to my pie source, and he's not giving me anything. He's just answering in riddles. I don't know if Ginny's going to play or he's not, and I really want him to.
It comes out tonight, isn't it? Tonight we'll know.
6 p.m. This is what he's answered. This is the most cryptic. He must be this. You can tell, he affiliates with a football club. Yeah, been seeing Ginny out a bit on the socials, but the team should be listed around 6 p.m. on our socials, so it'll be interesting. Can you you may as well have just told me I don't know. What a cryptic.
It's just like, I'm just going to string this bloke along right now, so we can just get as much as we possibly can from him.
He did tell me they cost us back, but that's not a secret, obviously.
That's no secret. Okay.
Yeah.
We know all this. I don't want to play that. We might get copyright striked. How do you think we're going to go?
Well, I reckon it won't be an easy game, but I reckon 3 goals.
3 goals.
If we get a head start, we've got 90K Pies fans. Yeah. Everyone going ballistic. Those poor little Giants fans are going to be creaming in their jocks. Pooing in their jocks, not creaming it, but pooing in their jocks.
Pooing in their jocks.
Yeah. What do you reckon?
I honestly don't even know.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people are coming up to me and just going, "Oh, you're underestimating how good the Giants are." And I'm like, even you know this for a fact. Giants are my second favorite team. I'm saying to them, do you think I know that Giants aren't a team to fucking be underestimated? They're my second favorite team. But I'm like, we're still gonna smack them though, because they're just they're young. They're young, but they remind me of the Pies last year. They've got that hunger.
They do, and they looked fucking phenomenal against Port.
They're so good. I don't think Port are that good though. Let's be clear about that.
I think Port are fucking terrible. I was like, just kick a fucking goal. They had so many opportunities to win that game, and they were just like,
nah.
Like, what are you
doing? They need a ruckman. And they're going to get one who will be good for Supercoach. Jordan Sweet. He's from the Bulldogs. He's like English.
Yeah, I saw that.
They have no defenders. Their forwards are a bit suspect as well, man. Like, I don't think they're forwards. They're Charlie Dixon.
He needs to go. Dixon. He has to go. He hasn't done nothing in years. When was he relevant? Last time he was relevant?
I know. And, well, they said he was playing on a broken leg and, well, not broken leg, but he's, he looked fucked. He's moving around. And they reckon he just got to full fitness, but Finlayson, he's having, issues that are well known. So he, wasn't filling up to it and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what's happened there, but he's got dropped for the team. But he's a good forward. He could play instead of Dixon. But yeah, the whole team. I mean, Butters and Rosie, guns, and Willem Drew is all right. But I would have rather I would have rathered Burson Port this week than Giants. Let's make that statement.
Let's make that very clear. That I would have rathered watching Collingwood pelt Port, absolutely dismantle them.
I remember when I was in Europe, listening to this at Oktoberfest through a fucking iPhone, and just hearing Grundy gets the ball, taps it, and it just was on repeat. And it was like a 28. Wasn't it like such a low scoring game, this prelim?
Yeah, the one we played against Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pissing down with rain, and Pies had come back in the last quarter and had something like 29 inside 50s. And all we needed was one goal like that. And Grundy had like a stupid amount of hit outs in that last quarter, but he just kept smacking it to the ground, like just doing nothing. And then like that's when I lost my hope in him. And
that's what I mean. Is this? I was just thinking about it now. Is this the game? Because when did he go? 2021. No, a bit later than that. Was that the game where they probably finally realised? Yeah,
2020
finally
left.
Yeah, so that's 3 years later. But they're probably deep in their mind just going, he couldn't hit a target with his taps.
Well, I think that was the start of his demise, though. Like after that game, after that year, he just started playing like shit. Like he was just like doing nothing, tapping it to the ground, so predictable, like everything. And it was annoying to watch. And when he went out of the team, we started winning games. Remember in 2022 when he got injured and we were just winning games constantly. Yeah.
So good. I heard I heard on the radio or something like that. There's still confusion about the payment. So if he's wanting to go, I think a new sort of deal has to be made where Sydney would take more money and we pay less, and to get rearranged. But if that deal can't get worked out, he'll just have to stay at Melbourne.
I was wanted to ask you something like that. So explain that to me, like
well, it literally. Well, it can't actually. Yeah.
Because I've heard that Pies have to still keep paying for contract.
Well, I don't think anyone actually knows the answer because journos have been trying to report on it and they still can't get an answer. So I think it's once the trade period happens, they'll be willing to say, what sort of how the money's going to work. Because apparently, if they offer more picks or a higher pick, the club will take extra money, or the percentages go there. But Collingwood have asked the question of like, why do we have to pay that amount of money if we've already traded him? Because we've traded him saying we'll pay this money. Surely it decreases if it goes to Sydney because, Melbourne have made a mistake on taking him and saying we'll pay this amount of money. Like we can't just enter a new agreement, but it'll all get worked out. But him playing for Sydney next year, lock Grundy, lock Mills in. Mills, my boy.
You know what I've got?
He'll actually have a good ruckman.
I've got Tim English, Brodie Grundy, Mills. That's it.
Oh, I thought you were off English.
No, because I watched Max Gawn play recently, and I was like, "Yep, that's the Max Gawn I know." Fucking dickhead.
You're just gonna have the same thing as last year. You're just gonna be. Well, I guess you can go Grundy and Sweet anyway. So
he's on my no-go list. I'm gonna have
English.
English.
1 year older.
Yep. Grundy's on my must-have. Mills must-have. So these three are just playing straight up.
And if Mills pops off, it's meant to be like he will be my favorite because he knew I couldn't afford him because I went Yo instead, and Elliot Yo, when's that guy retiring? I actually want the truth.
Do you reckon Elliot Yo, if he's fit, is a sneaky pick next year?
No. I'm not going near him. Maybe in fantasy. If you got unlimited trades, you can take the punt on him, but not in Supercoach. So I've learnt my lesson. With a couple of things. No Jordan Ngoe.
I'm starting Geordie next year. But you can't just start the same as everyone. You got to have at least one pod.
I get it. But like I said to you a couple of weeks ago or months, I have picked Geordie to go 5 times in a row or something like that, something ridiculous. And he is fucked up on me every single year. Am I just going to have a Jordan trade? I'll just go, all right, I've got 35 trades, but that one trade is for the goalies. So, mate, I actually should start Jordan. And then if he stuffs up, I go, oh, well, at least I started you. But it still works out the same. Well, it would be 2 trades taking him out.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start him.
I'm going to start him. I think, like, I reckon I'm Geordie's biggest critic, but I think if Nick Dacos isn't in our team, Jordan De Goey would be a red hot favourite for Brownlow next year.
Yeah, no.
If he wasn't in our team, if Nick Dacos wasn't in our team.
Oh, he's always suspended though.
I know. That would be the cloud around him always. But surely this year coming up, like he's hitting his prime. He's hitting these levels.
Oh, he is.
Speaking about this at the start, but
he's round 1 to 14 before he got rubbed out was top notch. I think coming back, he's cruising, just playing his role. But I think the last final game, he was pretty good. He stood up when it counted. So
tell you who didn't?
Kicked a good goal.
Josh Dacos didn't.
That's all right. Those wingmans, they're hard.
I know you can't be too down on the bloke. And I want to talk about what's his face, Pinsky as well. Now I was talking about this to last night, and I reckon everyone's a bit hard on him because this is the scenario. I think imagine you're playing half forward for the whole season. He's getting what 7 to 10
terrible.
Touches? Yeah, 7 to 10 touches a game in the hardest position on the field. Right. When you're meant to be playing fucking a wingman, you're only getting 7 to 10 real good touches and feels of the footy every week. How hard would it be to work yourself into this season if you're only touching the footy a couple of times per week? And now you're getting thrown into the finals in the heat of the battle and expected to perform like a absolute animal. Like,
I'm just trying to check the stats, but like I think he's probably getting 20 touches a game, surely.
Do you reckon? Let's have a look.
I'm looking now.
Look at his average.
No, you're right. Lipinski 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are right. It's a terrible role. It's
horrible.
Awful. Because McCreary, at least he can pressure like that. That's sort of Bo's style of play. Like even Bobby Hill, he goes on the other wing, and somehow, who, if you were telling me last year that Bobby Hill would be a half flanker, just dominating and roaming the ground and kicking like elite goals, I would have told you to get effed.
Yeah,
easy get effed.
No, but Bobby Hill, I reckon, is just a fucking X factor player. He could touch the ball like 3 or 4 times in a game, but they're just such beautiful touches and such like incredible football that it doesn't matter. You're just like, wow, and you're really memorable. Fucking Lipinski will touch it 10 times and you wouldn't even notice.
Yeah, but he did butcher it a lot. I'm looking at his. Do you want me to share? Oh, you've got it. Yeah. Well, I haven't got the. He did watching the game in person. Like he was just not hitting the kicks he was supposed to. I mean, someone's got to go out for Dacos, so it's got to be Lipinski, doesn't it? But now Adams is out. That would just mean that Dacos comes in for Adams. You wouldn't make any other changes than that. Lipinski's been all right.
I'm not getting rid of Lipinski. He's staying in the team. I feel like I would rather have Lipinski in the team than I would Noble.
Yeah.
Like if you're just going off pure merit rather than position and structure, I'm rather in Lipinski as a player than Noble. Would you agree?
100%. 100%. Like, but they're the ones at forward sort of.
That's what I'm saying. Not their structure or positional value, just as players themselves.
But everyone's sort of flexible. I mean, they all chip in. Like Lipinski, when Dacos was out, was playing more mid-time and playing better. It's just a shitty role. But I guess if Adams was to come in, Lipinski would probably go out, even though you've got two carbon copy, like 2K players that look the exact same, like when you're playing career mode or whatever.
Who are they? Markov and Noble?
Nah, Mitchell and Adams.
Oh, they Mitchell and Adams, exact same.
Exact same.
I think Tom Mitchell.
You go, sorry?
I think Tom Mitchell's better.
Oh, 100% he is. Well, Tom Mitchell he sort of knows how to kick, and I like that about him. Adams. Oh, Adams. I like him though, because he would have been sticking up for everyone when that fight sort of happened. Not fight, when Viney was sort of, I didn't see the fight when Maynard, well, just the push and shove. You'd think Adams would be there, right in there. When Lipinski probably wouldn't. He'd be tying his shoelace, and figuring out how can I get an extra touch.
He would be. And what's his face?
True.
It's very true. It's very true. You'd rather have Adams there than Lipinski.
Yeah.
Okay. But I reckon Adams is probably a better finals player than Lipinski as well.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But I reckon it's a. Do you think he comes back if we play next week?
Adams?
Yeah.
Oh, he's right in. He's straight into the team.
You serious? Do you remember when we picked Darcy Moore? What the hell? What's happening here?
What do you mean pick Darcy Moore?
You know how we could have picked Darcy Moore for the West Coast Grand Final, Collingwood West Coast?
Yeah.
And he didn't play because his hamstrings were like, he didn't pass the test, and he would have been, he could have re-injured it. We had to just do a sub, but I guess he got a sub for a backup.
What? But are you saying that Adams might be injured? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, Adams has got a hamstring injury, so if he's coming back next,
they're saying that his hamstring injury doesn't even classify as like the lowest form.
Right.
Like there's like a category 1, 2, and 3 or something. It doesn't even classify as a category 1 injury. So there was no.
So they're probably taken him if the grand final was today or tomorrow or whatever, he'd probably be playing.
He's playing. I reckon he'd definitely play at the
grand
final. Yeah.
Right.
It was definitely more precautionary than anything, and it was like an easy slot in and out for Dacos. You take the week off type of thing.
I thought he actually pinged his hammy.
No, I'm pretty sure it was just hamstring tightness or something, and it didn't even classify because he's already sprinting and back in full training.
Yeah, I saw he's running laps, but
yeah,
you can never trust someone running laps because I remember watching Clayton Oliver running laps, and bloody hell, mate, that was 13 weeks later.
I would love to know what happened with this. I want to know, when will it come out?
I think it's out. I don't know. Do you think he injured it? It was a reoccurring injury, or there was maybe some.
Mate, you're talking about the football club where Simon Goodwin right now is getting in a lawsuit. What is it for? Betting in drugs or something like that?
Yeah.
So you're talking about reporting.
That's what a Melbourne chairman has reported.
Yeah, that's the coach, right?
Not us.
And so now you're trying to tell me that Melbourne is going to be very truthful towards the of their players.
Oh, let's just clear up one thing. Collingwood has never been truthful.
Never.
I don't think you can trust any football club.
No football club would be truthful. They're not going to come out and be like, yeah, Clayton's going to have a little bit of time off. He's a great player. We really need him for the finals, but he's just got a little bit of a drug habit at the moment, and he's not that good. Not going to come out and say anything like that.
I just don't see Clary as one. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think that's true, but I think there's something.
Yeah, I know what was reported. Yeah. But even getting an infected blister, Like,
Nah,
how,
there's not.
mate, when I tear my hands for my wheelchair basketball, they're red raw. That they're like
Yeah.
you can see your literal red skin, and you
Yeah.
put methylated spirits on it, fixes it, hardens up in 3 days. You're telling me Clayton Oliver had an infected blister and had to go to hospital for it? Like,
There's
come
no
on.
fucking way.
Tell
So I
us
want to.
what really happened.
Clayton went out in a bender and fucking broke his foot or something. Tell us
Yeah.
that.
Maybe that's true as well. Or he did his
Mm.
hammy, doing a 100-meter sprint versus his mates or something, versus
Yeah,
Stephen
maybe it's a
May.
bit more simple.
Yeah.
What was that one back in the day where a player said that they like tripped down the stairs or something, or were
Oh,
fighting with a dog and then broke their hand?
that was Geordie. That was
Jordan
Geordie.
Bell? Yeah.
Mate, there's been multiple. There's been multiple. I like Swanee and what was that car incident back in the day? That
Mate,
the
real
Shaw
quick.
brothers died
Yeah.
at.
They were in the bikies and that.
No, I'm pretty sure they had a crash and then did a runner and they're on the
Yeah,
piss and that.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then Eddie had to come out and do like an apology thing.
but they said they did not. They weren't driving. I can assure you that. And then I think Shaw or one of them came in after and said, "Oh, I did do it."
Mate, Eddie Maguire he would have thrown that much stuff under the rug. Like I reckon there would be that many things that Eddie would have just been like, don't worry, boys, like the Rat Pack back in the day. Don't worry, boys. Have you heard the story that Dane Swan just told about him and Ben
Yeah,
Johnson in Brazil?
in
Like
Brazil.
that is fucking hectic, cunt. Was that when they were was that playing
It
gigs?
must have been. But I
Yeah.
just love that Benny. They've always because they're best mates, and I
Yeah.
always used to remember Benny Johnson doing helicopter kicks, but they were 50-meter helicopter kicks, just going
Yeah.
and
'Cause he could get
always,
that much.
always on the chest. But he
Yeah.
was always the loose one, I reckon, because that story of him, basically they're about to get locked up and they've been offered a 10 grand bond and Swanee wants to pay it because they're loaded, but Ben Johnson wants to just get the price down and telling Swanee. So he must have, I have a feeling that Johnson was like a integral part of this Rat Pack, would have
Yeah.
been telling Swanee what to do when at the
It
start.
was the fucking brain behind everything, I reckon.
The
Just like to
Pennels
take it to the next level.
Pennels was saying something on his podcast or wherever he was saying, on his first or second year, they had a preseason camp. Have you heard
Yeah.
this in
Yeah, with
Noosa?
Bucks. Yeah, and
And
there's yeah.
Pennels got ready for bed, and then Swanee knocked on his door. He said, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Going to bed so I can go to training next day." He's like, "No, mate, we're all going. We're going out." There was
We
like
were going out
35
because
players out.
Bucks said he's like, all right, everyone has to go to sleep now. We've got training, compulsory curfew. Nobody's allowed to go out. Only a couple drinks. Like we're not going out. Everyone to bed. And then
Yeah,
Pendle's, yeah. Like gotta go to. Okay, we're gonna go
Swanee.
to bed. And the whole
Oh,
team was there. The whole team in the club.
now we have Geordie's our Swanee now, but no one will match Swanee ever.
Nah, never. You know what the best part was? That Swanee wouldn't be Swanee unless he was winning Brownlow. Like he won a Brownlow,
Yeah.
and he reckons that was the loosest year he's ever had. Like that was the craziest year he had when he won the Brownlow. He would
I
have won
used to
2 Brownlows.
I used to rock up to recovery sessions or something on the bike, and he used to have vodka and shit in his.
The story they had a party at his house and he realized he had training and he was still pissed. So he put vodka in his Gatorade bottle, went to training, kept drinking vodka, and went home and kept partying.
Oh my god! Bring back the 20. This is the thing because I went to 2010 grand final and I don't remember it properly, but I went to the replay, so I remember Tyson Goldsack getting his medal, T Shaw smothering it, but not perfect. So I'm really hoping we just get this W, and then I don't care what happens 10 years later. I just want want it now, and then I'll remember it my whole life.
I want a core memory. I'm the exact same.
Yeah.
I don't really remember the 2010 one. Like, I remember it. I remember
Yeah.
2018 vividly.
Yeah, so do I. I messaged Jack Darling at halftime and told him he was a dickhead.
You messaged me the screenshots, like, look what I said to Jack Darling. Like, did he kick 5?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He didn't even reply. That's what hurt more. I would have liked the reply. Good one, dickhead. You made me play better. But, yeah, I mean, just even making a grand final. Would you rather lose a prelim? Well,
I'd rather lose this week.
Yeah. See, that it hurt last year.
That was the worst time of my life. I don't think I've been that sad and didn't talk to anyone for so long.
Sydney.
After 2018. No, 2018.
Oh, 2018. Yeah.
Sydney, I was all right. Like, I was just like, oh, we would have won, like, if we were in that situation. Like, if we made it, we would have won. We would have beaten them, or at least given them a better run. 2018, when we lost by 5 points or whatever it was, 4 points, like, that hurts more.
26-point lead.
Yeah, that hurts more than losing a prelim.
It does.
Yeah.
And that kick as well. Dom Sheed from the pocket. We'll never forget about it.
Not reliving these bad memories. Let's just think about when we pumped GWS at the start of the year.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I remember going to ages ago. It would have been when did we beat GWS in the semi-final? I've been to one, and Maynard absolutely cleaned. Well,
2018.
2018. Yeah. He put the lights on. Put the clamp. Sorry, Maynard on green. So I'm thinking that's a possible matchup.
I was in the pocket every time it was down that end. Like, we had GWS side. Like, it was right. The whole matchup was just right in front of me the whole night.
Yeah.
It's just,
yeah. But they've got some good players like Sam Taylor, freak. I've been telling you about Taylor for a while now. I reckon he's the best center, fullback or center. He's the best defender in the game. But I think there you go.
I was going to say they've got some great players, and they're all in, like, peak form. They're in form, right?
They're coming hard. They're coming on a flame. But if we put McStay, because McStay's literally a defensive forward, or because Howe went on Andrews, but I think McStay could man up on Taylor and just give him the shits. And then it's up to the others to intercept. Where I swear, if Harry Himmelberg plays a game of his life, I'll be fucking angry. Big old HH Thor. HH Thor.
I just can't believe that. Wait, real quick. That's actually a really good way to look at it, that Dan McStay is like a defensive forward.
Yeah. Well, he's just a good presence.
Yeah, like he's going to take a big defender. You know what I mean?
What do you think about McStay? I actually
like him.
I like him a lot. I don't.
There's not much like. Oh, go. Sorry.
Dennis's dad hates him. So I think we've got a bet. It's just about Dan McStay. I'll have to ask him, but he thinks he's so shit. And I'm saying, I'm telling you now, he will win us a granny. And he goes, no, I won't. And it was like, put a slab on it or something like that.
Yeah.
But
I think that he's really good. People are too hard on him. Like, if you want to talk about being really, really dominant forwards, you have Jeremy Cameron. He's not an everyday player. This is a freak of nature.
Yeah.
You've got Curnow, not an everyday player, right? You got Tom Lynch back in the day. These aren't everyday players.
Harry Mackay?
No, he's not. Mackay's he's probably a liability. If you can get a full forward, right, or just a forward who kicks his presence
that misses from 5 meters out.
Yeah, Mackay is an absolute fucking pelican. But on Dan McStay, if you can get a full forward that's going to be a presence, take a big defender, and kick 2 goals every game, like, what more do you want? Like, you can want,
and he's not even our best forward.
No, he's not.
You know what I mean? So he doesn't need to do that. Yeah, I think he's been really solid, and I don't care. I just want him. every time he puts the ball to ground, and then it's good for us because we all just, crumb the ball. You got Crummers playing, and Elliott's been all right. Checkers is freed up again. So I think for 600K, I think it's just above average. I think it's like 200 above average. That's actually a good deal.
Great value. If you're giving me a 600K full forward in Supercoach, I'm giving the fucking money. Oh no, 600K in Supercoach is a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
that's a big boy.
That's too expensive. That's Clayton Oliver's starting price.
Yeah, I'll take that back. I was thinking of fantasy.
I really hope Toby Green just fucking does something stupid, or just I'm scared of him.
I don't think he's going to be an issue, and I'm probably going to eat my words right now because I've said this. Touch wood. He's going to be an issue. I'm going to say he's going to be an issue. No, maybe not. I think if anything's going to be a worry, it's going to be how well the Pies defend the ground. Like we defended the ground very well not last week, week before. And because they are a very fast break team as well as us.
Yeah.
And if they're breaking and then they get that rebound, we need to be back there to defend that. I'm not fucking any analyst.
We will be. But their whole thing, I mean, they're a good defensive team as well. So it's really which defense holds up. But it's who just wins the ball.
Whoever kicks straight as well.
But I've watched GWS. They're exactly like us, but they sometimes when they push the ball forward, like it just backfires on them, and then the other people get it. So I reckon like we're more damaging than Port. So like that can play in their favour. And are we just ignoring the fact that they fucking versed St Kilda in that first final? St Kilda are terrible. They are terrible.
Right. They've had two easy teams. They've had two warm-up teams. Basically.
That's right as well. But everyone just goes, are you scared? Are you scared? They're coming hot. And I'm just like, you just hate Collingwood. Just admit it. Just admit it admit the root. Like I go to a coffee shop in Carlton. They're all Carlton supporters. They're in Richmond. And they're all just going, you're worried, mate. Collingwood has never won a prelim versus a Sydney team. You're going to get smoked by GWS, blah, 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 blah,
blah. Is that?
And I'm like, well, are you going to win against bloody Brisbane, mate? No. So
shut the fuck up, okay?
Exactly.
You're going to get fucking pumped.
Imagine if a Collingwood Carlton grand final is going to happen. I think there'll be, all those riots in America. I think that will happen in Victoria.
The city will burn. I don't think there will be Melbourne.
I'm sure you're going to clean up some Carlton bloke. You're going to clean up some Carlton bloke. You're going to be angry.
Pies lose against Carlton and we're coming out of the G.
You'd be smashing everyone. And I'm not doing.
I would go straight home. I'd probably cause some fucking ruckus and then just jump in an Uber and go home.
Well, I went when the 2018. I keep bringing it up, but I went out that night, and you get West Coast supporters shaking your hand and saying, they just go, "Good game, man, good game." If a Carlton supporter did that to me, I'm just gonna my face is gonna be red like Eddie's on that camera last week. It's just gonna be hissing steam coming out of my ears, but it won't happen because Brisbane have got it in the bag. Surely. If they don't win, something is seriously wrong with Brisbane. Like seriously wrong. Do you agree?
I don't even want to think about it. If Brisbane lose up in the Gabba,
their fortress that they've not lost for 12 games.
No, with the team that they have, I don't even know. I don't even know where you go from there because would you sack Fagan? Would you be like, Fagan, something has to change here? You can't.
Sack Dunkley. Just say, Dunkley, you're a waste.
Well, if they have the teams come out yet, if Gunston is in the team.
The teams come out in 45 minutes.
If Gunston is named, I think there'd be something's up because Breno's been talking to me all week about Gunston like they're going to bring Gunston in for no reason. Like there's no need to bring him in at all, and they're just going to bring him in.
He's good though. He's actually all right though.
He's not. He's been terrible this year. Terrible. Like they dropped him. He voluntarily went to the VFL.
I know. I still have faith in Gunston.
Same.
I just think
he should have gone to the Pies.
No, I would have loved him at Collingwood.
Yeah.
Another Hawthorn reject that does well. But yeah, I don't. It's going to be a good weekend of footy. You know, like going to the game tomorrow. I'll hopefully catch up with you before the game.
Yeah, go to the or something.
The G bar.
Yeah, we'll go to a bar close by. So I think we're getting into the city at like 4 or something.
Jesus Christ, man! I like
What's
it.
wrong with that? Getting a couple of hours early. Go in, have some drinks, have some food.
But yeah, just the sound Collingwood. That just the sound is just electric. These fans. So I'm hoping Giants just go. Oh my God, Adam Kingsley, can you come play? Hey, Daddy, can you come play?
You know what I realised the other day?
He'll tense his biceps. He'll fucking choke one of the players and lift them up on the ground. He goes, "You fucking play it, son."
If Adam Kingsley isn't on fucking roids, there's definitely something. That guy.
Have you seen him angry? He gets rolled up when he's angry, and it makes sense. He's probably on the roads going,
"Oh, look at him on TV.
Hit the 45.
Bloke's head's the size of bloke's fucking arms are the size of my head. It's like,
and he's got no neck. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm not. I'm actually not talking shit about Adam Kingsley because he will squash me. I'll talk every other person. Like Maynard, I said something bad to you, but I'm scared of Adam. Adam Kingsley will just squash you.
Do you reckon you're scared of Adam Kingsley?
If I saw him, I'll go, Adam, how you going?
Adam Kingsley in his nightmares. If I saw Adam Kingsley on the street and the Pies get up, I'm just going to be like,
oh. And then I'll be speaking at your funeral and just going, you know, he had a good run. He didn't make the grand final, but Adam Kingsley king in him.
I would imagine Adam Kingsley runs like this.
Oh, he was a good footy player back in the day. Do you remember him? He used to play for Richmond and Port, I'm pretty sure. I think he was like a
push-up king.
No, not that bloke. The bloke that got Darren Jolly in a headlock. I respect that. I respect that so big. He's just gone, who am I going to pick on? Not because he bumped Didak and Didak went after him. Like 3 of them went after him. And he got up and he saw Darren Jolly there and he goes, all right, I'm going to pick on the toughest. I mean, not toughest. He's probably picked the weak target. He goes, oh no, Darren Jolly can't do shit.
I was going to say, didn't Ben Johnson like clean him up? Like they just target as soon as he got off the mark or kicked the ball.
Maxi. But that's unreal. That's unreal. But anyway, yeah, I just hope we get a win, mate. I'm fucking praying for it. I'm really am praying for it. It'll just make my day, make my week. Like,
it'll make my year. I was thinking the other day since I moved up to, because I've moved up to the sunny coast, I haven't gone to an AFL game since the start of.
Oh, you would have been impacted with COVID and that as well.
Start of 2018.
Really? Nah.
No. That's not right.
Jesus Christ.
The start of last year. The start of last year was enough.
That's like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
You've gone from 6 years to, oh my God.
Because I was trying to work out when the Pies had their last run and I was like, 2018. But no, it was last year. It was the start of last year was the last time I've been to a footy game.
Yeah.
It's been a big drought.
It's just bloody good to watch. I mean, the only annoying thing is you just got to get up when someone walks in front of you. Like, how good would it be if someone didn't have to walk in front of you? I guess what the boxes are for.
I think so.
That would be the better house. I mean, this, you watching in the box, unlimited bevies. That'd be the best seat in the house.
Yeah, Bevy's just coming in flat stick.
But
just
you wouldn't hear the crowd as good. You wouldn't hear the crowd.
You know, it's funny. Their seats, I actually don't rate the box seats because where we sit is like here, and the box seats are here.
Yeah.
So, and when you go up here, you can't see like past the top of the goalposts.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, it makes sense, obviously. Yeah.
You can't see anything.
Because I've only, I don't think I've watched a game from the box. I've been in there for like a breakfast or something or lunch beforehand, but never watched it. But it just being out there in the open, it'd be bloody amazing, eh? But
That's great.
yeah, just fingers crossed. Fingers
Fucking
crossed.
All right, mate. We better wrap it up there. I got to shoot. We've done exactly an hour.
That's right. How much do you think Brisbane is going to win by?
I reckon they'll win by like.
And how much do you think we will win by? I don't think you actually said.
I think we'll win by 13 points.
That's what I said.
Is that what you said?
No, well, sorry, but that's what I said to the Carlton person last. I'm 13-19. It's not going to be much longer than that.
I think it'll be very close the whole game, and then maybe we'll be a goal up or something, and then hopefully we kick one more goal to seal it. Something along those lines. I'd love to see that. And then Brisbane, I can see them winning by 40 points, but I can also see them winning by like 4 points. Because I'm scared Brisbane won't kick straight. Like they have some sometimes.
There's some donkeys in there, don't they?
Yeah.
Like
that
bloody
fucking
Hipwood.
Hipwood, Danaher, they just can't kick straight sometimes.
Fucking Eric. Anyway, hopefully Carlton supporters, if one of you is watching, I hope you lose.
Yeah.
You achieved a lot this season.
Fuck you. What do you tip for then?
Oh,
for Brisbane,
5 points. Nah, I reckon it'll be 30-point win. Brisbane
30 points.
Just that home ground advantage, but we'll see. Like GWS, they haven't versed. Well, they versed Sydney, they versed Melbourne, who were right. So that's not a free run. But
what are you doing Saturday?
Don't know.
Do you want to watch the game?
Yeah, whereabouts?
I don't know. We'll talk about it after the pod. Catch you lads.
Go Pies.